Okay, so if you're having some issues figuring this tutorial out, let's just look at three things that are what we're doing first. Two of them are similar and one is different. So I'm going to get the pen tool. Now, let's start with this one. We're going to change the handlebars, adjusting the handlebars. What are handlebars? So I'm making my my curves, right? When you click and drag, you've got some stuff happening. This is the anchor point. This is the path. Don't get confused between this and the path. This thing and this thing are the handlebars. And if you move them around, you're changing the path. So I want to alter the handlebar. If I press Option on a Mac or Alt on a PC, look at how the pen tool actually becomes a whole other tool. And this tool is called the Convert Anchor Point tool. So what you're doing is you're going from a pen tool to a whole other tool just by clicking Alt or Option. So one thing, if you're having problems, see how it doesn't work right now? I would zoom in. Command or Control plus, zoom in, get really up in there, and you need to be clicking on this end point of the handlebar. Now that I can change it, you can take the so you could zoom in, zoom out. You can use the spacebar to help you move around. Okay, so that's happening. That's one thing that's happening here that he does, right? We're changing the handlebars. That's happening here, and that's happening here. So if I click and drag, look at how you have the left side and the right side. The left handlebar, I'm checking that it matches this point. Now, Option or Alt, move that there, and then I'm going to click and drag the right handlebar till it meets that other point. Now let's check out the other thing that's happening, which is right now we have handlebars, and we're going to remove one handlebar. We're removing the direction of the handles. And all you have to do is click. So I suggest zooming in to really see what you're doing. Look at how if the pen tool is on that anchor point, it goes from this regular pen looking, and then it has this thing next to it, which is it's similar to this, but it's not exactly that tool, right? So I'm going to click on that part, and I just removed just that handlebar. So the next thing I need to do is go to here, and the guy in the video, he just does one click. If I have one click, when I go up here, it's see how this is looking a little strange, and no matter what I do, I can't really get that curve going. So we removed the left handlebar by clicking on the anchor point. So you can remove handlebars. You can also create new handlebars, which is what this is, to create curves. And it's the same idea, just as I can go here and do things and then remove to make things not curvy, and then go and make things curvy and curvy and curvy, and then I decide, no, I want it to have a sharp side, and then write curvy, 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 and then nope, I want to sharp. Okay? Same thing is that you can go from having no curves, no handles, and I can click and drag, and now I have a handle. Remove. So it's the same idea. All I have to do is click on the anchor point to remove the handle. To add a handle, I'm clicking on the anchor point, dragging. I'm not making a path, I'm just making a handle. So click, remove, or click and drag out to create your curves. So two things are happening, really. One is clicking on the anchor point to either remove the handles or create handles. The other one is using Option or Alt to access the Convert Anchor Point tool. For instance, right now, I can do this, and then I'm changing the handles. So let's go back to here. I need to click on this anchor point, and you need to make sure it's on the anchor point. Don't click anywhere around it, and the way you know is there's that little tiny little upside down V, which is like a caret. So I click and drag that out. Don't get confused between the handlebars and the paths. If I want to move around in here, I can press the space bar, and that accesses the hand, and that helps me to zoom in or zoom out according to what I'm doing. So then I need this left handlebar to go to there. In this case, I need to take this handlebar. I'm not removing it. I'm not creating a new one. I'm adjusting it. So what do I need for that tool? The Convert Anchor Point tool. You could even just, if you wanted to, switch tools and then keep going. If you disconnect yourself, for instance, I am disconnected from this. How do I return to that? You can do Command or Control Z to undo. You can also click back on this anchor point and to continue again. Remember, if I click on the anchor point, I just removed the handle that I just altered. So I need to recreate that handle, and then I should be able to go back here, and then we need to, so a lot of things are happening right now. One, look at how there's a 0 next to the pen tool. The 0 means I'm making a shape now. I'm connecting two paths together. So I'm not just going to click on it because this only has the handlebar on the right side, not the left side. So I need to click, and I'm going to drag that out. And when I drag it out, I'm actually creating and adjusting I'm adjusting the right handlebar, I'm creating the left handlebar. There was no left handlebar before. So now that we have the shape, the beauty is, you can take a selection tool. Now it's a shape, and you can use it. You can say the fill color, double click, we're going to make it a color, it's filled, and now this is a shape, right?